Is Polygon Matic dead? Once hailed as a game changer in the blockchain space, Polygon has faced significant challenges recently. Welcome back to Discover Crypto. I'm Joshua Jake. Let's uncover the truth. But first, let's examine Matic's market performance, because as of March 27th, 2025, Matic is trading at approximately 23 cents. And as you can see, that reflects a substantial decline from its all-time highs. And this downward trend has left many investors out there questioning the viability of Polygon Matic in this blockchain. I mean, let's face it, this thing's down over 90%, and it feels like Polygon Matic has become a ghost chain. So is this truly dying, or is this a sleeping giant? Well, looking at on-chain analytics, Polygon's TVL, total value locked, has seen a notable decrease. Since 2021, its hype cycle, June 16th, 2021, it has fallen off the face of the earth, marking a 4.9% quarter-over-quarter decline and a 2.6% year-over-year decrease. Now, additionally, the stablecoin supply in Polygon Matic ended in December, as you can see on this chart, at a notable decrease. Now, on top of this, earlier this year, people were really worried about Polygon Matic. As you can see, it took a massive dip in its stablecoin issuance. At least, the stablecoin supply on Polygon Matic ended in Q4 of 2024 with a market capitalization of $1.64 billion, or a noticeable 15% decrease. However, it still was a massive increase year over year, and in the last quarter, we have seen a noticeable uptick in stablecoins, even though the TVL has been dropping. Now, for you guys that believe that this is a ghost chain, I would like to talk about the noticeable developments over the last year. For example, Polymarket. This is in fact built on top of Polygon and is by far one of the biggest prediction market platforms in existence. And this year, they've had some pretty big announcements. So Polygon launched the Aglator version 2, or 0.2 here, testnet in December of 2024, right at what seems to be the bottom, of course, of that stablecoin issue. Now, this has set the stage for a mainnet release in February 2025 and integrations with Octo and Agora. Of course, Polymarket facilitated nearly $3 billion in US election bets and ended Q4 2024 with 347,000 monthly active users, reinforcing its status as a leading decentralized predictions platform, and it continues to dominate in these sectors, even with most recently seeing $23 million in volume betting on the next Prime Minister of Canada after the election. And these aggregation layers have some huge solutions to blockchain fragmentation. In fact, they're focusing on securely sharing liquidity, users, and states. But despite all of these challenges, Polygon has continued to foster strategic partnerships. The network now hosts 22 decentralized physical infrastructure networks, DePIN projects, including Fox Verify, a search engine with nearly 500,000 pieces of content, of course, immutable ZK EVM, and a dedicated blockchain Web3 gaming platform. And all of these have attracted 6.8 million active wallets and conducted 73 million different transactions. So if all of this development is taking place and the partnerships are growing, development is growing on the network, stable coins are starting to increase, why is Polygon price in the gutter right now? Why is it pretty much at zero after hitting an all-time high of nearly $3 in 2021? Well, personally, I believe it's going to be because of the rebrand. Currently today, over 50% of Polygon investors are at a loss. This article is written March 31st of 2024, and now today there's actually over 90% probably of Polygon investors sitting at a loss. The massive TVL slumps have suggested fading liquidity participation, resulting in users not trusting the network and starting to leave the overall network, meaning addresses have been dropping. And that coincides with, of course, the total value locked plunging. Now, what's interesting to me is that when you actually go to Polyscan, you can see that the net addresses are actually increasing. So that data, while it doesn't necessarily pop up on DeFi Llama, might actually be just overall FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt that the network is dying and dissipating. What I would like to highlight is that we still see a $757 million in value locked on the network. Stable coins are once again starting to increase. You have Aglator and all these new designs through Polygon Labs Zero Knowledge Proofs, developing a ton of new protocols and tools for launching blockchains. This includes their proof of stake network, Polygon ZK EVM, Polygon Matic. But throughout 2024, Polygon accomplished significant technological innovation by addressing critical scaling challenges in blockchain ecosystems. These efforts have focused on synthesizing the two primary approaches to blockchain design, modular and integrated architectures. And overall, they believe that an aggregated network, the tools that they have developed through AgLayer, are the only things that are going to allow the necessary scalability for the future of blockchains. Bringing together Polygon Maiden, Polygon ZK Proof of Stake, L1 chains, L2 chains, and so much more, all to a unified bridge contract with Ethereum. And this just launched. This new AgLayer has built an interoperability protocol to unify chains by aggregating proofs, verify chain states, and settling to Ethereum. And the mainnet is rolling out. So is Polygon Matic dead, and is the price action going to remain at 23 cents and never recover? Well, while the network has faced undeniable challenges, including the declining TVL and market value, it continues to demonstrate resilience through strategic partnerships and ecosystem development, with now 261 projects in its ecosystem. As with any investment, it's crucial to stay informed and consider both the risks and opportunities. But if I am looking at Polygon Matic on a weekly basis, and you're just basing this off of the stochastic, RSI, volume, etc., it does look like Polygon Matic is in a great accumulation zone. In fact, a 23-cent Polygon Matic, anything under 20 cents, could be an opportunity of a lifetime moving into a new alt season in this next market. Whether that means we peak at 76 cents or $1.28, what I can say is that with the stablecoin increase, the development growth, the partnerships, as somebody that does hold Polygon Matic, I hold a lot of Polygon Matic. I got into Polygon Matic at 3 cents back in the first cycle in 2020 that I participated in heavily. It was one of the biggest gainers in my portfolio, watching it go from 3 cents to nearly $3 at an all-time high. Of course, I was newer to the game and didn't take profits at all-time highs. But looking at Polygon Matic today, answering the question, is this ecosystem dead? The answer is a very simple no. Look at Polymarket. Look at the prediction markets that have caused billions upon billions of dollars to be transacted on the overall network. Ecosystems and partnerships are growing. And while 2024, I would argue, was, yes, brutal, the rebrand on Polygon Matic, I'm being honest with you guys, was terrible. It was a terrible rebranding. Rebranding is always terrible. It's always rough. Look at X. People still call it Twitter. Look at Facebook. No one calls it Facebook, or no one calls it Meta. They all call it Facebook. Rebranding is always insanely difficult, and there is very few success stories of an overall rebrand that just changes the overall landscape of a project. So now they had to rebuild that SEO. They have to wait again for another alt season that was as strong as 2021 to gain that market share. But they're still one of the most legitimate products. They're still one of the dominative players. And because of that, I have to honestly say Polygon Matic could be a pretty easy play here for a 3 to 4x gain this cycle. I mean, all of the changes happened in Q4 of 2024 and have rolled out through Q1 of this year. So I expect more market reach. And with a TVL, again, of nearly $1 billion, that means even with a market cap of $2 billion, its TVL is nearly 50% of the overall network. So will it be the most explosive project in this upcoming bull run? Probably not. It's not the shiny new object. To completely discount Polygon Matic and just push down what they've been building out over the last few quarters, I think is also a mistake. But let me know your guys' thoughts on Polygon's futures in the comments below. Do you believe this is a dying chain, or do you believe that its advancements in aggregation layers are going to bring value back to its ecosystem? And if so, what are your price targets on Polygon Matic in this upcoming bull run?